Hey guys, my name is Ruben Dante and I'm running for Congress in Texas 14, and in this video I want to talk to you guys about why, if you care about black voters and brown voters and women's rights and George Floyd and people of color, you would not be voting for the Democrats in this Biden regime. And the reality is, as depicted in this article, you can see the crux of why the Democrats are calling these bills Jim Crow. As you can see in this article by mainstream media, you can see here how it is clearly stated that before a lot of these bills, you didn't have to be a citizen, or even non-citizens could vote, which is the crux of their point, because these bills, as depicted, allow, poll watchers from both sides of the aisle and what have you. But you can see here very quickly how this is the crux of their agenda. And if you actually care about black and brown people, you would see that the people that are coming in from the south of the border are being smuggled, they are being raped, they are being killed, and this is happening for the benefit of the Biden regime. And the reason is not about black and brown people, is because Cubans right now are seeking asylum and refuge in the United States, but they were blatantly denied such, as you can see here.
Allow me to be clear. If you take to the sea, you will not come to the United States. Those individuals are interdicted and returned to Cuba
by the Biden administration. So clearly this is not about people of color, this is not about minorities or Hispanics, this is about reshaping the electoral map.
Most of the time is that they are boarding buses and heading into America's heartland. A conveyor belt of commercial and charter buses, just like this one in Del Rio, Texas, are carrying tens of thousands sight unseen from Texas, Arizona, and California borderlands northward. And they are dropping their Haitian, Venezuelan, Cuban, and Central American family units in Florida and New Jersey, Tennessee, Massachusetts, Michigan, North Carolina, Georgia, Kentucky, and to large cities in Texas, such as Dallas and Houston.
As you can see, a lot of these people that are being trafficked to the United States, first and foremost, they come with wristbands, and those wristbands allow the cartels to know which cartels they are assigned to once they cross the border. And as someone who is Mexican-American with family in Mexico, something that we all know is that these cartels know often when you have family in the United States. And so they demand money from you, knowing that you have family in the United States. So what inevitably ends up happening is that the people that are being smuggled here end up being in economical tribute to these cartels and become mules for their drug and money laundering, because they have no other real source of income, and they also have their family being blackmailed. And so they cannot inevitably afford not only getting here, but even what they're charging to get here, $4,000 or $5,000. If they don't have that money, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to be assigned the role of drug smugglers. And so we're seeing a record high amount of fentanyl coming into this country. And as you know, George Floyd is a part of the reason why it was seen that he died. And I'm not trying to use him or weaponize what happened to him. It's simply to depict that these situations, what's happening in the south of the border, is intrinsically affecting black and brown Americans, and is doing so in tribute of those brown people and black people, not because the Biden regime cares, but because of their own socio-political agenda, and using us once again as tribute to acquire that. Because you have to understand that every non-citizen vote cancels out a citizen vote. Black and brown votes are being canceled out by non-citizens. So with that said, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys on the next one.